Hi Kristie, it's David over here at Handy's. You and I spoke via email the last couple days. At the very least, before you can make it up, I wanted to offer you a video on this particular 4Runner. Now this isn't the white one. The white one is likely not going to be here by the time you and I have a chance to reconnect, so I kind of skipped over offering that as an option. But this one's a really great option. I mean, it's a very clean vehicle. You know, a lot of the components and stuff are new on it and what have you, so we'll take a minute to go over that and just highlight anything that I can see on it. That way, if you do make it down, we're on the same page about what your expectations are and everything. So, as you can see, I've opened the engine cabin up. Not that, you know, you or I are service technicians, but our Toyota certified guys are. And every single vehicle has a fresh inspection on it as it comes from the main store. And they'll replace things that might need to be done. Like it looks like in this case, we put a brand new battery. At least that's really, really clean if it isn't a battery that's brand new. So my assumption is that is. Of course, we just kind of clean the engine bay up. That's why it looks so nice. But overall, just wanted to give you a quick peek on the inside. It's actually really good condition, all the components and everything. Nice and clean. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the hood. You don't even have, these have pistons in this one because of course it's a little high end in terms of a 4Runner, so you don't have a thing to hold it up, if you will. On the front, I mean, you got really good condition. I mean, I'm not seeing dings or dents or anything. I mean, all of this is really well intact. There's a little crack right here on this chrome part, but it's pretty hard to see as it is. And this model is going to have your fog lights, as you can see down there and everything. Let's focus for a minute on these wheels because they look like they're in really great condition. So overall, the alloy wheels are nice. And I know from those pictures online, you see the tires are in good shape, but they're actually even one better. They are a brand new set of Cooper Discover all-terrains there on the entire vehicle that came from the organization. So that's pretty cool. The vehicle does have side steps. So I'll just kind of give you the look here with everything closed up. But that's really nice. So if you got, you know, younger folks, older folks, or even yourself just not looking to take a big step down, you have that as an option there built in. Pretty nice looking as far as how neatly kept it is and everything. Coming around the back, I mean, you have really good condition. Trailer hitch is in great condition. There's a little ding right here on that back bumper. And we haven't had any of our third-party vendors get a hold of the vehicle yet, so potentially by the time you get here, it might even look better. No promises, of course, but certainly they come every week and do their due diligence to each vehicle. So certainly, again, all that small stuff might be very well taken care of in the end. Coming down on this side, I just want you to kind of peer down the vehicle. The body is in really, really great shape overall, so it's just a really sharp-looking vehicle in that regard. And I don't know how many of these you've had a chance to open up and see, but I'll do it here with this one at the very least, as you have this great big area here for storage. And I'm going to go around and just fold the seat down at least one side, so that way you can get a perspective of what that looks like, because it is really convenient to have the ability to do this. So you do the first seat cushion actually comes up first, and then the back, so that way that's a really good fold flat feature here for the entire vehicle. You do have some additional storage and stuff in the back as well, and that's likely because the template of all the 4Runners included that storage, whether or not it did have the third row seating, which of course this one doesn't have the third row, but that's why you see that little extra storage. And you don't actually, this is just a mat. I was just looking to see if there was any underneath storage, and there's not on these. But you do have some different plugins for voltage and of course a little light and stuff, so that way you can make yourself comfortable seeing stuff. I do want to point out on the back tailgate, right here is some rust bubbling. Again, that might be something, it's pretty standard on, you know, small rust spots like that. Overall, the car looks great, the truck looks great, but that spot is something I noticed. I want to make sure we're on the same page with that. And again, maybe by the time that you're here, we might already have that patched up and taken care of. Condition-wise, I mean, interior and exterior both, I think this is very fair condition. But to now focus a little bit more on the inside, you know, lots of different people are using these, kids or perhaps not, but if you did have kids, you might have a little bit more wear and tear, like on the door and stuff. Everything's in really great shape. I mean, just as you would expect from something with really, really light use. And in the back, in terms of convenience, a couple different map holders there and stuff. You do have a really great armrest, which also has cup holders that come out with an extra tray on it. So that's a pretty cool feature there as well, just to have in the vehicle. And they kind of designed it with this little, what's called a trash bag holder. So you can use that if you did have people in the back that wanted to have some extra space for that kind of stuff. And now the all-important cockpit, if you will. You are going to have some different controls here, so you can make yourself comfortable, bring the seat up. Of course, the steering wheel tilts and everything, but you are going to also have an automatic lumbar support button too, so you should be able to get really comfortable overall. And of course, these vehicles have traction control, also come with a locking differential that you can push a button and just get 25% of the power out of each tire. Takes that computer system right out of play, if you will. It locks it in like a true 4x4. I mean, otherwise, downhill assist control is a feature, and that button is here. Perhaps if you're towing or something like that, that might be a benefit. These also have an automatic window in the back. That big back window does go down, which is really cool. And of course, these are four-wheel drive vehicles, or really an all-wheel drive vehicle with the locking differential button, but you have this little button there that you can on the fly shift it from your two-wheel drive into your four-wheel drive if things get a little hairy. So other than that, I mean, you've got some great storage there in here, also as well in there. You're probably very familiar with the rest of the components, CD players, things like that. And of course, your middle console has a little extra storage in there as well. But really, I mean, as you kind of look around, and of course, there's hundreds of pictures online of the vehicle and everything. Really good condition overall with 82,000 miles. You know, hard to beat in that sense. But again, I know you originally were looking at that white one. This one's an option today. We're going to have tons of different ones coming down the pipeline as time comes on, or comes you know, to play. But certainly just let me know if this one seems like it's of interest. I know you guys have some hard times as far as just getting available timing to come up, so certainly these YouTube videos, I mean, anything I can do to be more transparent, happy to do so. We can usually put deals together for you, other than seeing your trade and of course test driving something like this. Put that deal together ahead of time so you know what you're looking at. So let me know if this seems like it is of interest. Certainly, as you mentioned, the sooner the better that you guys can take a chance to come down and see it. I was glad to have the chance here to do the video. I'm going to be heading to a wedding this weekend, so I'm going to be not available for the rest of the time, but certainly reach out to me on my cell phone if you can, or shoot me a quick email, and when I get back in office next week, we certainly can revisit everything. But thank you very much for taking the time, Kristie, to do, you know, check out the YouTube video, to work with me. I know you're not right next door, but certainly hope you feel like you're at home. And when we do get a chance to meet, I think that you'd be very impressed with the vehicles overall, and hopefully impressed with the process, so that way you guys are off and running in a new car. But thank you again. Give me a buzz, 802-528-2213, or email dburns@handycars.com. Take care.